Woohoo! Welcome to Springfield, everybody!
We're so happy you're here!
Don't forget to smash that like button!
Did you know that Disney was originally going to buy Marvel Comics and make theme park attractions based on their characters? Well, there are even more insane facts about your favorite childhood cartoon that you probably didn't know. These are the top 10 most shocking facts about The Simpsons that will ruin your childhood memories. Let's get started. Number 10. The Simpsons were almost real. Before Matt Groening created the animated sitcom, he was asked by James L. Brooks, head of the animation studio, if he had any ideas for new shows. Groening thought about it for a moment and said, I have a half-hour cartoon about a working-class family from Springfield, based on my own family. Brooks liked the idea and asked Groening to develop it further. The show's first working title was The Simpsons, but this wasn't an original idea either. Groening had pitched the same concept to the executives at the Fox Broadcasting Company 3 years prior, but they rejected it. He also pitched the idea to the executives at CBS in the early 90s, but they weren't interested. However, after some persuasion from one of Groening's writers, Sam Simon, CBS agreed to produce the show with James Brooks and Sam Simon serving as executive producers alongside Groening. 9. The voice of Bart Simpson was almost completely different. Nancy Cartwright was already the voice of Ralph Wiggum and Nelson Muntz when she auditioned for the role of Bart Simpson. She went into the audition not feeling confident, since she was raspy because she had just got over the flu. Her raspy voice landed her the role of Bart. However, producers wanted Bart's voice to be higher pitched, so Cartwright spent 2 weeks training her voice to hit the right pitch. When she did the final recordings, they decided that her voice was too high and they lowered it an octave. This is why sometimes Bart sounds like a completely different person. Number 8. Comic Book Guy was based off of a real person. When Matt Groening developed the character of Comic Book Guy, he based the character off of his real-life comic book store owner. This could explain why Comic Book Guy has been such a well-loved character throughout the years. Although Groening used the comic book store owner as inspiration for the character, he also took traits from other people and combined them together to create Comic Book Guy. For example, Groening said that the way Comic Book Guy says worst episode ever is a take on how some fans speak. 7. Matt Groening never planned for The Simpsons to last this long. Groening admitted that he never imagined that The Simpsons would become as successful as it did. He expected the show to be canceled after only 1 season. This explains why he crammed so many storylines into the first few episodes. He packed so much into the first few episodes because he thought that these might be the only episodes ever made. Groening was also initially against the idea of having the Simpsons movie because he thought that movies should be left to the big studios. However, after The Simpsons continued to grow in popularity, he warmed up to the idea of a movie. 6. Principal Skinner's backstory was wrecked. In the episode, The Principal and the Pauper, we find out that Principal Skinner's real name is Amin Tamzarian, and that he assumed the identity of Seymour Skinner after the real Seymour Skinner died in Vietnam. Viewers were shocked to find out that the principal they had known for 14 years was unreally Principal Skinner. But what's even more shocking is that this storyline had already been established in the second season in the episode, Bart's friend falls in love. In the second season episode, there is a flashback and we see young Armin Tamzarian being bullied by older kids who call him a dirty Armenian. This is completely different from the backstory that was established in The Principal and the Pauper. It seems like the writers didn't know what to do with Principal Skinner, so they gave him a tragic backstory. And then 10 years later, they thought of a way to make him more popular by connecting him to the real Principal Skinner. 5. The voice of Homer Simpson was almost completely different. Don Castellaneta was already the voice of Grandpa Simpson and some others before he voiced Homer in the unaired pilot. Castellaneta was doing a live show with Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart, and they were discussing how hard it is to land roles in Hollywood. When all of a sudden James Brooks walks up to them and asks Castellaneta to come into work and audition for a part in the new animated sitcom. The day after Castellaneta's audition, Brooks called him in again. This time, he had some of the other cast members present during his audition. As Castellaneta recalls, he was given a script and told to read through it and do some voices. At the end of the audition, Brooks asked Castellaneta if he could try out for the part of Homer Simpson. According to Castellaneta, his delivery was kind of flat. It was until he got home and listened to a tape of the audition that he realized that his reading was actually funny. Brooks, the producers, and everyone else involved in the show thought that Castellaneta nailed the part. There's a secret message hidden in the couch gag of every episode. If you pay close attention to the couch gag in every episode, you'll notice that there's a secret message hidden in plain sight. The message is the name of the production code for that episode. For example, the couch gag in Bart Gets an Elephant features Bart getting a tattoo of an elephant. In the lower right corner of the screen, you can see the production code, which is bad. Guess what? The production code for the very first episode, Simpsons roasting on an open fire, is good. Since the very first episode, the couch gag has featured a secret message. No. 3. The Simpsons was meant to be a one-off short. Matt Groening worked as an animator on The Tracy Ullman Show in the late 80s, and he came up with the idea of doing a series of shorts based on his family. He brought the idea to James L. Brooks, who loved it and helped Groening develop the concept. Brooks then took the shorts to the Fox Broadcasting Company, where it aired as a series of shorts for 2 seasons. It was only after the success of the shorts that Fox asked Groening to turn the shorts into a half-hour sitcom. Number 2. The show's creator hates the show's theme song. Matt Groening has said that he thinks the theme song is corny. In fact, he dislikes it so much that he doesn't even listen to it. While promoting the video game The Simpsons game in 2008, Groening was asked if he could improve the theme song. Groening responded by saying, "No, no, no. I hate the theme song. I've never even listened to it. I don't want to tamper with it." This might be why Groening has never appeared in the couch gag. Unlike the rest of the main cast, he hasn't appeared in the couch gag even once. No one. The Simpsons was not the first animated sitcom. Many people believe that The Simpsons was the first primetime animated sitcom. This isn't true. It was preceded by several other animated sitcoms, including The Flintstones, The Jetsons, The Smurfs, Casper, Dennis, The Menace, The Critic, Tiny Toon Adventures, and more. The first animated sitcom to air in primetime was actually The Flintstones. It premiered on ABC on September 30, 1960. The Simpsons simply revived the genre and made it more popular than it had ever been before. Now, check out more facts about The Simpsons in the next video. See you later.